Hello everyone, how are you all? A warm welcome to today's our online classes. So, are ready to learn? Okay. So you can see my background. There is here we have raining cats and dogs. Do you know what's my cats and dogs? It's an idiom. Cats and dogs means what? Cats and dogs. Raining heavily. That is cats and dogs. Raining cats and dogs means raining heavily. So now the rain was almost slow down. So it is not, we can't say now it's cats and dogs. It's a small rain. No. Okay, let's be. So yes, what is the topic that we are gonna take today? Do you know? Today we are going to take a new chapter named The Little Girl. Do you know who has written this one? It was written by Catherine Mansfield. You can see the picture of Catherine Mansfield here. Did you see? Okay, Catherine Mansfield. This is Catherine Mansfield. So then, what is the story about? This story is about a little girl. She was living with her father, mother, and grandmother. But she was thinking that her father doesn't love her. Her father doesn't care her. Always showing angry. But not like that. Parents will be scolding sometimes. That is for the children's sake. That we all know. When we are doing any naughty things, any mistakes, isn't it? Then definitely you will be scolded. That's true. But remember one thing. That's all for our sake. Our good only. Then now, in this story, the little girl, Casey is the name of the girl. She was doing such type of small naughty things and she was feeling her father is not caring her. But one more thing is there. She compares how her neighbor, one Mr. McDonald's, how he caring his children. But one day she understood she was wrong. How did she understood that she was wrong? We can check these all things by watching a video. Ready? Let's watch the video.
The Little Girl by Catherine Mansfield. The Little Girl is the story of a little girl, Kezia, who misunderstands her father's strictness and usually remains scared of him. Every morning before going to work, her father gives Kezia a casual kiss. In reply, she says, "Goodbye, father." But the little Kezia is unable to understand his love and affection. When her father leaves home for work, she feels a sense of relief. In the evening, when her father returns home, his loud voice makes Kezia frightened. She hears him ordering her mother and grandmother, "Bring me tea, newspaper and slippers." Then Kezia's mother asks her to come down and remove her father's boots. As Kezia enters into the drawing room, her father looks at her over his spectacles. The way he looks at her terrifies her. He asks her, "Have you been a good girl today?" In fear, she stammers and replies, I don't know, father." He tells her, "You don't know? If you stammer like that, mother will have to take you to the doctor." Father feels that something is wrong with Kezia. He tells his mother to teach Kezia to behave in a better manner, that Kezia may not appear sad all the time. Whenever Kezia thinks about her father, she feels that she is thinking about a giant. She visualizes her father as a giant, especially when he yawns. On Sunday afternoons, Kezia's grandmother sends her into the drawing room to spend time with her parents. When Kezia enters the drawing room, she finds her mother busy in reading and her father sleeping. Kezia feels a bit neglected. One day she remains indoors as she gets a cold. Her grandmother advises her, "Why don't you make a gift for your father's birthday next week? She gives her a piece of yellow silk fabric to stitch a pincushion for him. Kezia stitches a beautiful pincushion, but she does not find anything for stuffing. As her grandmother is out in the garden, she goes to her mother's bedroom in search of some stuff. There she finds sheets of paper in which her father had written an important speech. She unknowingly tears them into pieces and stuffs into the cushion and stitches it. When her father comes home and gets to know about his important papers, he punishes her by hitting the palms of her hands with a ruler for tearing up his speech. This incident further alienates Kezia from her father. She often watches her neighbor, Mr. MacDonald, playing joyously with his 5 children in their lawn. She thinks Mr. MacDonald is a loving father to his children. Kezia wonders he might be a different sort of father. One day, her mother falls ill and is taken to a hospital by her grandmother. Kezia is left alone at home under the care of their cook, Alice. As Kezia goes to bed, Alice removes her socks and warns her, "Do not scream and wake your father." At night, Kezia has a nightmare and she wakes up screaming. When she calls her grandmother for help, she finds her father standing by her bedside. He picks her up and takes her to his room. He tucks her up in his bed and soon falls asleep. She feels the beating of her father's loving heart and realizes that her poor, big father is very loving and caring and has a generous heart.
Do you like the video of the little girl? You like it? Very good. So dears, so that was the story. Kezia. Really, her father is not cruel, isn't it? Do you think her father is cruel? Never. Okay. So there was her misunderstanding as a little girl. She has done some of the wrong things by tearing the papers without asking, such type of things. So that was her mistake, isn't it? That's why he was angry with it. So when you are as a child, you must think whenever you are doing something, you should think that one. This one, do I need to do this one or not? You must ask permission from your parents before doing anything there. We are not, we don't have that right to take each and everything that we can see. We must ask it to somebody what is there. Okay. So yes, we are winding up our class here now. You drop your doubts if you have any. Okay. See you again. Bye.